Hello everyone, welcome back to Crypto Rosetta. Joe here, out in the park in Dubai on this lovely Monday evening. I hope everyone else is having a great start to the week. Another big week in crypto is here. Now, if you are brand new with us for the first time, why don't you hit that subscribe button, guys. Go check out the previous videos. We've got crypto content coming out daily. We're over 2,100 subscribers now, so thank you very much to all you subscribers out there. And guys, if you do enjoy this content at any moment, just take a second to smash that like. Helps get it out to individuals like yourself. Now, where are we at? It's not been a crazy volatile start to the week yet. Bitcoin has had a little bit of a bounce on the low time frames. We're up a couple of $100 from this morning at time of recording. We did dip under 26k last night. Now we're back above again, so we're not really choosing a direction in the market at the moment. In fact, most altcoins across the board, I took a quick look, not a great deal happening out there. Everything is pretty flat. Exceptions today. Moonbeam had a good pump today, up about 40-50% at time of recording, but guys, zoom out on that one, still massive downtrend intact, so I'm not getting excited on Moonbeam at the moment. Chainlink, yeah, Chainlink's up about 4% on the day, time of recording. If you guys are trading with us in our Discord, you know the last few hours I have been adding to my Chainlink short. I'm just scaling in. A lot of people could say, well, why didn't you have a strategy of you just pick one price and then have a stop loss and then you either stop out or go in again. Of course, that's one strategy you can use, but sometimes I just like to ladder into positions. It gives myself a lower risk opportunity to make that trade successful, to not have to stop out, and then as long as I'm using low leverage, as long as I'm not getting carried away with the margin, I can get a decent position scaled in. I'm fairly confident that trade is going to play out at the moment. But Chainlink could be a lot more bullish than I expect. At the minute, we're around about $7.50. I think I did talk in the previous video that I fully expected it to get to these kind of levels, and it could get very much get up to $8. That's a possibility, and I've got limit orders up there, so whether they get filled or not, it doesn't really matter. I'm in position. If it goes down, win the trade, great. If it goes up, get a bigger position in the trade. Then it goes down, win some more. That's the whole strategy. So that's what I'm doing on Chainlink at the moment. Still holding a whole host of other shorts on altcoins. Render's looking pretty good at the minute. Did get up to about $1.65 rally off the bottom, but now that's pulled back about 10 cents. We've been in on Render since about $2.60, 65, something like that. So we're absolutely crushing it on that Render at the moment, and I still think there's another low to come on Render. Now that is one of the few coins that I'm willing to accept may, and I say just may, have set a bear market low, but I still expect Render to drop under $1. That's not to guarantee that the bear market bottom is in for Render. It is very possible. If things get ugly in this market, then it could go way below the prices that it was at before the January pump, which took it up to, I think it was up about $3 at one stage. Went on an absolute massive rip earlier on this year. But if Render goes down below $1 and then sets a higher low and then off it goes into the new bull market, that's totally healthy for Render. But I do think we've got to see under $1 at least. I don't think the current low of $1.23 is going to hold. If you guys have any opinions on anything I'm saying, of course none of this is financial advice, but leave us a comment below. I'd really like to get your input. You guys have been really smashing the comments recently, which has been great. You've been asking to see certain charts, which is great, and when get some more chart videos out. Haven't been able to do one today, but I'll definitely look at some of those charts that people are requesting. I think we had SPX was requested. I can certainly add that to my Nasdaq and Dow Jones opinions, but it will be sort of very similar on those charts. I do think that the tops are in on these indexes for the year. Now, speaking of indexes today, pretty flat, albeit at time of recording the markets have only been open for a few hours, but that DXY, guys, again all day has been on an absolute rip, and we've got above 106 on the DXY now. We've just pulled back to about 105.90 when I just looked, and you guys know I'm looking for that consolidation above 105.50. So we're in the area, but I'm not classing this as consolidation yet. I want to see a few more days. Let's get a weekly close. If we get a weekly close above there, I think the bulls are in real trouble, guys, and things get real nasty in these markets. Now, talked about that higher target on the lower to medium time frame of around about 107.90. We could be going straight there, just grinding our way up. That's one possibility. But the higher time frame target still remains of at least minimum 120, maybe 122 or higher. If things get above 122, I think, you know, these markets are going to be a fantastic opportunity. That's where the real dip. So that's what you really want to hope for. That's the target that we all want. Some people will think I'm smoking some bear hopium, and you're never going to be able to buy those prices. But I like the charts in a minute. The DXY is looking good to me, and it's signaling to me that it's got a great chance to get there. So yeah, minimum 120 remains the target on the DXY. Now Bitcoin, again, as already mentioned, just chopping along sideways. We've seen the news on Twitter or, you know, Microstrategy, wherever you're getting your news from, of bought approximately another 5,000 something bitcoins, which is obviously a significant investment. I think I haven't got the exact number for you guys, but I reckon I read before it was about 140-ish million dollars. And yeah, that takes Microstrategy's average buy, so they're just DCAing into a shit ton of Bitcoin, but they're still underwater on that position. And if Bitcoin continues to go down, do not think it's impossible. Remember I said this, do not think it's impossible that Microstrategy and holding that amount of Bitcoin underwater and being, you know, so below your average price can get you in a lot of trouble. It really can, and that could scare a lot of investors. I think Microstrategy have gone all out. It's unbelievable conviction, I've got to say, you know, fair play for that. But if Bitcoin breaks 20k, we're talking like being down. It's not like when people are at home and they're wrecked and they're absolutely devastated that their portfolios are down $5,000. We're talking about being down literally hundreds of millions of dollars, if not, you know, $1 billion. So it's crazy. If things can go against them, only time will tell. Only time will tell if you know, Michael Saylor turns out to be you know, a genius with this conviction on Bitcoin. It's seriously brave at a time when I think, you know, we can be very kind of potentially fearful on markets, considering how much of a rip especially index markets have been on in the last 10 to 15 years. So you're certainly not buying the bottom. That's all I'm going to say. You know, it's not like buying tens of thousands of Bitcoin 5 years ago. But some people do think that this bear market's over. Bitcoin's just going to be on this continued trajectory. Next stop, $200,000. That's what the Moon Boys think we're going. I don't think we're going there yet. I'm not saying I don't think Bitcoin can ever get there. I do think that's possible. In the next bull cycle, I'm expecting at least $100,000, guys. I really am. But you know me, I still think we have to retest sub 10k first, or at least $12,000 is my, you know, highest target. But fully expecting one extra low on Bitcoin. So who will be right? Will Michael Saylor be right to buy now, or will I be right, or will someone else be right? Who knows? Only time will tell. But you guys got to stick to your own plans. And I really, you know, do hope it works for you. You can still be buying now. If you feel that you know it's a good time to invest for you. And of course, if it goes down, that's where all part of the dollar cost average journey, right? And you've just got to hold on and stay emotionless. But what I will say is, to give yourself a chance of staying emotionless, you really do have to invest only what you can afford to lose. We know, we hear this saying, we know that everybody, or not everybody, but a large proportion of people do invest more than they can afford to lose because they never think they're gonna actually lose. But you just have to be aware that if things get really bad and go against you, then it's gonna get very emotional. That's all I can say. Hopefully, you know, everyone in our actual community who's in our Discord, which is free to join, links in the description below. I think we have a, you know, great community that are all talking together and, advising each other, and everyone's learning at least something useful off each other daily. There's always opportunities to learn from each other, and I think being part of a community, especially if you can get emotionally affected in markets, especially if you've been pretty badly burnt in markets before, I think the Discord community is definitely a great place to be, because you can come on a journey, you can be on your own journey, but be on other people's journeys as well. So you never know, guys. I'm not saying you have to join the community, but if you want to join the community, you might just find something very useful from it. What do I think is going to play out for the rest of the week? Still targeting 23k on Bitcoin, guys. Nothing has changed, nothing has really changed today in terms of price action or expectation on that. Just because Microstrategy has made this large buy today, I don't think that's going to be super bullish and start getting everyone to long the market. There's a lot of key economic data, especially in Europe, coming out this week as well. So we'll keep our eyes on that. European markets, again, same as US markets, decent rally this year, but seem to be pulling back. UK market, obviously the FTSE rallied a bit earlier, got up to 8,000. I thought that was a great short, and that's kind of playing out and still looking pretty bearish, and I'm pretty confident that the top's in on the FTSE 100 as well. So it really is key weeks ahead across all markets. Still expecting to see gold chop down as I expected. Oil is there or thereabouts at the reversal zone now, so expecting a pullback on oil. All the stocks that I've previously mentioned, still expecting those to chop down. The likes of Nvidia, likes of Tesla, they still look a little bit too high for me. I do think that there are much lower prices coming, and again, going to be fantastic opportunities there, not just in crypto but in the stock market as well. I in no way at this stage have decided exactly what assets I'll be looking to buy. I'm just still monitoring the market and just getting ready, guys. Keep building cash, keep building stablecoin. I mentioned it in yesterday's video that the trading is going fantastic. I mentioned a couple of those trades that we were in on the channel, and since that video last night, as I mentioned, we may have ended up locking in gains, but we did end up locking in gains. Locked in some great gains this morning on a couple of positions. So that's more money stacked up. Still expecting lower targets, so I've left a bit in those trades. I said nothing to take from Link yet, we're just scaling in. That one's probably going to take some time to play out. By continuing to lock in gains in other positions, which is really important, it then gives you opportunity to just spin your money, recycle it into other positions. I talk a lot about this. You don't want to be held in 10, 20, 30 trade positions for too long. I do prefer swing trading. I do find it less stressful than day trading, or not so much stressful. I find that day trading to be consistent with day trading, you have to be fully on it. You can't possibly do the kind of tasks or things that we do on this channel and day trade as well. It would be impossible. You'd have to be focused on the screen for a lot of hours of the day, but we're doing all kinds of things, running around on different crypto missions. You guys know what I've got going on with IK, with Lux Fairs now, taking a lot of investment there, and spinning up the jewelry side. So we have a lot going on in our daily lives, so I couldn't focus too much on the day trading, just continuing to get in on these swing trades. But the point I was making is that you have to lock in some gains eventually, because otherwise if you just get stuck in them for too long, you're not going to be able to compound your bags, guys. And more importantly, good opportunities are going to come along that you can jump on and make some quick gains, but you won't have the capital because it'll be tied up in other trades. So that's always key to also monitor how long you're in positions. Keep an eye on the funding rates as well. Talk about the funding rates quite a lot recently in the Discord and in our channel AMAs. Again, If that funding rate is too negative and you're shorting, or if it's too positive and you're longing, it is going to really start to affect your position, and before you know it, you may think you're in profit on the trade and you're actually not, because you've paid more to keep that trade open. I think a lot of people can get caught out on that if they completely forget to monitor the funding rate and how much they are paying to keep those trades open every 8 hours. One more final thing I want to say on the trading side is, obviously we've had the news in the last few days that Bybit is suspending services in the UK. Do appreciate that a large proportion of our Discord community is in the UK. Of course, we are from the UK ourselves, so it is very disappointing news. It's not shocking or unsurprising, to be honest. We've seen what happened to Binance with the FCA. It was only a matter of time it was going to happen to Bybit as well. But there's no panic, because I always believe there'll always be some ways of trading. There'll always be different exchanges, KYC, no KYC, etc., depending on what you want to do. There's always ways of doing it through other countries, VPNs, etc. Again, none of this is financial advice, and I'm not suggesting anybody take my advice on how to trade or what platforms to use depending on what country. You've got to do your own research and make your own decisions on that. But what I will say is, in terms of our Discord community and for members who are in our trading zone, we will definitely have a solution or two or three for you within the coming days or weeks. So we've got some time yet. We don't have to close all those positions on Bybit immediately. So that's the good news. We've still got some time. That's it for tonight's update. In terms of content, tomorrow, I know you guys are looking for those high time frame chart videos. I did want to get back on the charts tomorrow. However, I do have to make a little journey to Oman, so I don't know what the content is going to be like tomorrow, but I hope you look forward to that regardless, and thank you all for watching this. Have a good one, everyone, and I'll see you again.